I hated reading Oyasumi Punpun. In my opinion, it's not an enjoyable manga. So just let me explain what I mean. Before telling you why I disliked Oyasumi Punpun, please let me explain why it's a terrific piece of writing and it's incredible in its own right. What makes this story what it is its characters. They are all assholes, shitheads, morons and idiots, but they are human. They run from their problems, they struggle to express their emotions, and most importantly of all, they make mistakes. In fact, the main character is probably the most dislikable in my eyes. He's a coward. Every inch of his body is made of pure cowardice, but I don't blame him for it. He's the result of his circumstances, and he can't help the way he grew up. His parents neglected him. Father a raging alcoholic, and mother which disliked his very own existence. Couple that with a few bad encounters as a child, and that's recipe for lifelong trauma. And here we are, all aboard the Punpun train, to see how a crippled mind wanders through life. We followed the broken Punpun as his own coming-of-age story unfolds. A very depressing and nihilistic story at that. This story is crafted to cripple. It's in pure essence just depression. It made my day worse each and every time I read it. But do you want to know why I kept reading? I kept reading for the small hope, the tiny hope, that Punpun's life might just get better. He might finally grow, pick up the pieces and become fully functioning yet again. Or maybe for the first time. This tiny piece of hope is all I needed to keep me going. It was enough for me to keep turning the pages. No matter how depressing it got, I just kept reading. Was it worth it in the end? Did he become what I wanted? No, he didn't. And that is just fine. My expectations of what I want him to become is not what he has to be. I'm still a naive 19-year-old. Maybe my thinking is wrong, and I still see the world for what it's not. But I'm stubborn, and that's not going to change. I would love for Punpun to become happier and stronger, but I have no control over another person like that. And this story was just full of moments where I wanted to help him, guide him, or tell him how much of a dumb fucking idiot he is. But I couldn't, and it bothered me so deeply. Watching a seemingly nice guy just fall deeper and deeper into the abyss. Every other character in the story is just as rich in personality and circumstance. They all live by their own delusions and their own baggage. Some of it is small in the grand scheme of things, but may be very personal to the character. Something as simple as not talking to someone during a seemingly incidental encounter with someone they knew. Things like these are small, but may still affect someone far down the line. Personally, I can name a few regrets like this that I made as a child, and I can still remember till this day. And that is the manga in essence. I see the genius behind it, and I can appreciate the writing, but my emotions towards the characters are just too strong. I just dislike these people. I mean, they're great characters for a story, but just terrible people if they were real. And for me to have such strong emotions, the manga must be great. This is not the type of emotion you could get from half-assed writing, and I'm fully aware of that. I came into the story without knowing a single thing about it. I just saw a bunch of TikToks recommending it to me, and it looked interesting enough. There was a funky character, and everyone was giving it a really high score. Never have I felt so clickbaited in my life. I got dragged into something that I have such mixed emotions about, and it's driving me crazy. If you haven't noticed yet, I hate the characters as people. They are so pathetic. But why can't I turn my back on them? I don't understand, I genuinely don't. I can't help but be dragged into it. I thought it'd be some fun slice of life from what I saw at first. And then once I started reading a little bit deeper into it, there were a few nice comedic moments, but never could I have imagined the turn it took. There was one moment in mind regarding how quickly things change in this manga. With a single flip of a page, it went from 0 to 100 real quick. The story completely changes, and it's so incredibly impactful because of the build-up. Over 100 chapters of build up for a single moment of what seems like no return. And that's exactly what this manga is. All build up for a few incredible moments. I think I'm struggling to express what I'm thinking right now. I don't hate the manga, I just don't enjoy highly depressing or nihilistic stories. I enjoy more upbeat and light-hearted stories. But something that solely focuses on the depressing times of someone's life, it's just not for me. At one point, I was thinking of getting a tattoo of Punpun when he was a little kid, since it's a cool ghost duckling. But after reading the full story, I just can't do it anymore. I don't want to put what he stands for on my body. I can appreciate the writing and the genius behind Oyasumi Punpun, but I can't bear to enjoy it in the traditional sense. I'll also have a look at this cool panel. It's a cool panel, right? Alright, if you want more confusing opinions and great recommendations, then do subscribe. I'll see you guys later.